Alright, you guys, I am back. Welcome to Video Dose on my channel for tonight. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the newest episode of this Piscean Reports. How's everybody doing out there? Hopefully you guys are having a good evening as always. For those of you new to my channel, welcome aboard. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. Welcome back. I love it. I love what I got here. So I decided to go ahead and do a love reading. So I drew the cards, pre-drew some cards for you guys. Here's the situation. Apparently, for somebody out there, okay, it's a general reading. Take it as it resonates, okay? Apparently, there is somebody that you know, there's somebody that you know that has gotten a divorce, okay? You have past life relationship. It says you've known each other before, okay? So there is somebody from your past, and you have the card of wedding, okay? And separation. So yeah, there's somebody that you know who is divorced. So if there is someone out there who has someone that you had a thing for a long time ago, the universe is saying, heads up, that person is now divorced. This person is now available. Okay, you've got separation, wedding, separation, or they're divorcing. Okay, separation. But and then on the bottom of the deck you had trust, and it's interesting. You guys had got this card in another reading, but that one was a different reading. This is a whole, I think this is a whole different thing here. Okay, for some of you guys, you know, seeing trust here, it says this situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, so if you are someone who had a crush on somebody, you know, or you know, an old flame from yesterday, okay, and for whatever reason it didn't work out between you two. Maybe the person went off overseas and they met someone else and they married, and so you were always hoping they would come back to you, but they never did. They ended up getting married. But the universe is saying, whoever this person is, however your situation is, you need to know that this person is, if they have not divorced already, they are divorcing. Okay, however, I drew the messages of love cards here. The very first card, and this fell out the deck, I didn't even have to shuffle, and I feel this is a message from the universe. Okay, you had the card of integrity. Okay, does this situation align with your morals? So for some of you, it could be someone from your past who is going to tell you that and it could be that as well. It most definitely could be that as well. For some of you, someone from the past is going to come to you and say, hey, you know, me and my person, we're not working out, and we're going to separate. And they could just be, you know, blowing smoke up your ass. You know what I mean? To try to get with you. Okay, they're going to tell you that you know, they're separated, but in actuality they're still married. So for some of you, it could be that, you know, someone from the past life shows up, they're married, but they're going to tell you they're separated. Okay, and you're going to have to be in your integrity. You know, do you listen? Do you not? Are they telling the truth, or are they not? Okay. And then for others of you, like I said, it's a situation where someone is either divorcing or is in divorce, or certainly in separation. Okay. For some, they're lying. For others of you, you know, and I think this is where you're going to have to kind of figure out, okay, which one is, what's going on with this person? Trust with what your feelings and your intuition is telling you. Your second card, your second card was passion. I thought that was unusual. Um, but it does say try something you've never done before. Okay, so here's the deal. When I see that, it's like, okay, somebody's gonna come back and say, hey, me and my person, we're in separation right now, and we're in the process of divorcing. Okay, do you listen? Do you believe them? Do you not? You've got trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, now for some of you, it very well could be that they're telling the truth. Okay, but is it? Here's the thing. If that is the case, stay in your integrity. Okay, because it could be a situation where divorces can drag on. Okay, and they'll say, well, we're in separation, so me and you can start seeing each other, while that's whole thing is, while the wheels are, or while the ball is rolling on that, right? And the universe is saying, does that really align with your morals? If someone tries to convince you to, they're not legally divorced yet. Okay, and if they start talking about, well, it's in the works, so let's see what we can do here. You don't know what can happen. They might decide to get back together. Any number of things can happen in that situation. Okay, so stay, if that is the truth, and they are actually separated and they're actually divorcing. The universe is saying, stay in your integrity. Okay. If what they're saying is true, have faith, because if it's meant to be, it'll be. You can say, okay, that's cool, but you're not divorced yet. And don't let somebody try to talk you up into there's talking up the past, and you might have feelings and all that kind of stuff. So just stay in your integrity. Okay. Try something you've never done before. And when I saw that initially, I started laughing at myself, because I was like, try something you've never done before. Okay. But I don't think it's that. Okay. Maybe you're not someone who you might be somebody who in the past you would have said, oh, cool, I'm with that, that's cool, we could do that, and restart up and engage in physical activity. Be careful, because God forbid you guys connect and you get pregnant, and whoops, they decide they want to reconcile it, and now here's this messy situation. You don't want that. You don't need the messiness. Okay, so try something different. Try staying in your integrity. Try saying no for a change. I feel like the universe is like, try saying no for a change. Try standing up for yourself. Try something different. Maybe you were someone who gave in all the time. Maybe that's why they're running back to you, because you used to give in so easy. Okay, and they remember that. You don't know what's going on, right? So stay in your integrity. Try something you've never done before. Set boundaries, that type of thing, right? The third card, you have friendship. This friendship is leading to more. So it is very possible. And then the bottom card on the deck, you've got decision. Wow, you should see what came up behind that. It's like this. It said it's time to decide about this relationship. So somebody is divorcing. Or they are divorced, and they're going to come your way. And the universe is saying, number one, stay in your integrity. First and foremost, I'm so good on telling people that. Back in the day, I wasn't aware of the importance of being in your integrity. I used to give in, you know what I mean? But now I know better, and I feel this is a situation when you know better, you do better. You know what I mean? Maybe in the past you were someone who, and that's why I say no shade. I done been there, so I'm not gonna be mad at you, but I'm telling you, the universe is saying stay in your integrity. Okay, try something, doing something that you ain't never done before, like saying no, like saying hold up, like, okay, that's great, I'm all with that, but get the divorce first and then come holler at me. I'm a different person. I'm not young. Maybe you're if when you guys knew each other, you was in your teens or something like that, and now here you are in your 20s, or your 30s or whatever, but it is I feel like this, if you do pursue it, and for some of you guys, it said decision. It's time to make a decision. What are you going to do? Okay. You had trust. The situation is calling on you to have faith. You had friendship. It's going to, I think for some of you guys, you are going to say, okay, let's do it, and you will, but you'll stay in your integrity. You'll stand up and say, okay, you're going to put up boundaries this time. You're a different person, right? And then look what came behind that. Second chance. Wow. So some of you guys there will be an opportunity. This relationship deserves a second chance. So some of you guys are actually, this whole thing here, the universe is, for some of you, and everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. For some of you guys out there, it's a situation where you will actually have an opportunity at a second chance for happiness with this person, your past person. Okay, but stay in your integrity. Okay, don't. You know what I mean? Like I said, don't let it get messy. Don't let it get messy. Let them know. I'm willing to entertain it, but not until everything is clean and the ink has dried and you got the paper, the official, like it rolls out on a scroll, and the declaration of divorce. You know what I mean? Roll that baby back up and then hand it to you. Go over with a magnifying glass just to make sure it's real. Like make sure that you're not going to get screwed in this whole thing. Okay, that's why I said stay in your integrity. But I think you guys will start off, you stay in your integrity and you guys start off as friends. You're like, okay, we can be friends until and see how it goes, and then, but wow, look at that. Got a decision to make. You can there's an opportunity for a second chance for somebody out there. So beautiful. Wow, what is that? You can expect an apology. You can expect the apology you wanted to hear. Maybe they come back to say they're sorry. I am so sorry. Oh my God, it was you all along. Interesting, very interesting. So let's see, is there anything else? I have the new deck and I was wondering if I should draw from it and see if there's anything more, but that means I got to turn around and do the whole thing, and I'm not sure I want to do all of that. Hold on, let me see if I can reach back for it. There it is. All right, let's see. And I am drawing from the Spirit Walker Oracle cards by Midnight Oracle. So, and they're beautiful cards, beautiful messages. I'm so glad I purchased this deck. I got to get rid of all of my Doreen Virtue decks. It's not that I don't want to give you guys readings. It's just that that's literally all I have is Tarot and Doreen. And nobody is using Doreen Virtue cards anymore. So if I'm going to do this, I need to invest. So, but anyway, so let's see what we got going on here. Messages from Spirit. I love it. This is why I got the deck, because these are messages from Spirit. Okay, we have make a quantum leap. You got Time Traveler. Make a quantum leap. Time Traveler. So, some of you guys might be leaping into something. It says past, the future, journey, learn, explore, taking a quantum leap. So you guys might decide to take a chance on something. Take that quantum leap. Take some time out. Think about, the Spirit says take some time out. You've got the Garden of Souls. Embrace quiet moments. Okay? So before you take that quantum leap, okay, a time of introspection is at hand. Let me see if I can scoot that up. Isn't that a beautiful card? Beautiful. Garden of Souls. Take some time out. Have some quiet time. Think about things. Don't just dive right in. When the first card flew out to stay in your integrity first and foremost, I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Are you kidding? Past life relationship, waiting, wedding, separation, but trust. You know, you're gonna have to have faith that I don't know, either the person is telling the truth or that you're gonna make the right decision. You know. And your last card, you have spirit animal. Watch for spirit helpers. Totem, what does it say? Totem, omens, guide, instinct, wild heart. So this is your spirit animal. Okay. You may want to find out what your spirit animal is. You know, maybe you will end up whatever your spirit animal is for your zodiac sign. I would like look it up, and then who knows, maybe as you're trying to make your decision, the totem animal ends up showing up, crossing your path. You know, if it's a bird or, you know, whatever, you know, butterflies, birds, whatever, you know, whatever your totem animal is. I used to see ladybugs a lot, you know, but that's not, I don't think that's my totem animal, but I definitely saw it, and I looked it up, and then I saw the significance of it. So, but yeah, so find out what your totem animal is and see, you know, watch out. Listen for, it's like listen for signs from the universe, you know, token animals, you know, spending time, quiet time, reflection time, introspection. You know, the feeling that I'm getting overall is don't rush into it. Bottom of the deck, commune with the wild. You got that, commune with the wild. I love it. Earth Mother. Yes, connect with the earth, go for walks, everything. All indications is that you are to take your time and think about this. Don't jump in, you know, without thinking about things. Okay, like I said, try something you've never done before. You know, but all indications are, if you stay in your integrity, if you set boundaries, if you take your time. Okay, just because someone is separated is no reason that you guys should head straight for the bed. Okay, you've separated from each other. You know, you're different people. He's had different experiences. You've had different experiences, or she's had different experiences, and you have had different experiences. You know what I mean? And so this is that time to come back and, you know, find out whether you guys even still make sense together, if there's still a connection. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it though. I love the messages for you guys. There's a chance. There's definitely a chance for somebody. All right. That is the message I have for you guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Nothing would make me happier than let you guys know. Oh my goodness. There's an opportunity for a second chance. You know, the one that got away may suddenly become available to you. You know, and see what you're going to do from there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I love you guys as always. I will see you next time on the next video. You guys have a great evening, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye bye.